Please leave a message after the tone.
You got 7 questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice?
This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn down the lights, pick up the phone and leave a message for the new
Welcome, Jesus, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig. Cameron.
And Zach.
Today, it looks like we have about 3 questions. We'll see. We'll see how much our allotted time gives us to answer. Let's see what we got first up for today. Also, by the way, 385-204-3921. Please send us your questions. We really appreciate it. Just like this guy here.
Hey, Nude Clan. I recently lost my job, and I'm able to collect unemployment right now. Now, in my state, because of the coronavirus, we actually get an extra $600 a week. My buddies like to give me shit and basically say I should feel bad for getting it. But I've been able to use the money to get an apartment, get on my feet and whatnot. Shouldn't feel bad about getting this money because I almost see it as the coronavirus as somewhat as a blessing. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for all the years you've given me. You got me through some rough times. Thank you guys.
All right. So, should he feel bad for being a little bitch and taking the... No, I'm just kidding. No.
No, I mean,
there's
it's
no
money
reason
to
to
feel
feel
bad.
No,
they're
not at all.
giving you the money. Of course, you're going to take it.
Your friends are giving you shit because they're pissed off they're not getting the money. So I'll tell you what, I'm pissed off I'm not getting the money. I'm happy I have a job, but I mean fuck,
you can feel
money
bad
wants
that
to be
like
awesome.
people are dying, but there's no reason to feel bad that the situation has blessed you. Like,
Yeah. So, one way to look at it, and I think this is the right way to look at it, is you got fucked over because of a government-mandated shutdown of the economy. That's not on you.
Yeah.
So the government is paying you for their shutdown. And now, like, you can talk about whether or not it was worth it. It doesn't matter. They're basically paying for their fucking their mistake, quote unquote, or the shutdown of the government of the jobs. So, like, you lost your job because of them forcing you to lose your job. Essentially, is what happened. So this is kind of them paying you for that fact. Now, it's not sustainable at all, but we can last for a little while. I wouldn't really feel bad about it. I'm glad that I still have mine. Yeah. We've all been pretty lucky here. The shutdowns here have been way less than other places, but there's still a lot of unemployment coming out of Utah as well, just from everyone being afraid of this thing and wanting to close things down, and you can't sustain that for very long. Plus, your unemployment is based on how long you've worked, how much you've made, things like that. So you're kind of putting into it, quote unquote, over time, even though it's not really being put into any particular place because there is no money. Because no one has. It's all just being blown. But no, I wouldn't feel bad about it. And yeah, your friends are probably just jealous idiots that are, like, oh, well. And one of the dumbest things I've seen online is like people that are like, oh, so why am I not getting this money when I am working? It's like, well, you got to realize that the federal government fucks up everything, so they're giving you way more money than people could actually afford to pay you. There's like 2 ways of looking at it. There's the way of, apparently I'm underpaid because I'm making more money doing nothing, or it's, wow, the federal government is retarded and they're giving me so much fucking money to do nothing. And like, that's really what it always is. If there's an option of people are greedy or the federal government is retarded, it's going to be the retarded every time.
yeah.
So don't feel bad about it. Like, it's not your fault.
I think it's just they're giving everyone the same amount because there'd be people angry about people making more, but certain people who lost their jobs or were making more before wouldn't be able to subsist on a smaller amount.
Yeah.
So it's giving everyone the same amount of money to pay for the things that they currently have.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't...
certain people have a more expensive lifestyle as far as houses, mortgages, and food and whatnot, and they
Yeah.
can, and if for some reason they decide to give everyone the same amount.
I think there's a lot of problems with that, but it also kind of makes sense. And really, we can do it, but not for very long, because then it de-incentivizes work. And
Well, we can't do it for very long because where's the money going to be coming from in a little bit?
yeah, we can't. There won't be anywhere because
Yeah.
everything will be shut down. You know, because everything will start failing. And the one problem I have with the people that don't want to go back to work because they're making so much money is that's one of the big reasons why the Soviet Union failed so hard. It's because the idea was everyone puts in, and everyone like reaps the benefits. But the problem was a lot of people weren't putting in very much effort, and so because it was like, well, what's the point? Because
exactly, that's what
everyone gets out, everyone gets the same out. So why do I want to put in anything extra? People become lazy, and the system fails.
Well, that's the thing is, why would I want to like work over 40 hours a week when I can work a part-time job, if that, or if nothing, and get just as much money?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's no reason for it.
And it's because we've taken, I don't know what it is, but like we've almost lost the dignity of work, which is really weird. Like there's a certain set of people that view it as like something to be proud of and something to like do and like really enjoy. And like even though my job's not the best, like I am proud of the work that I do, and I go in and I like working. There's a certain set of people that just view it as like an unnecessary or as like a necessary evil, and I think those people are the ones that are all about, you know, the massive unemployment and stuff like that. And I don't think it's a problem right now, obviously, but to try to extend it, I think that's those people's voices kind of winning out. The ones who don't view work as something dignified and something important. They view it as just something that they are forced to do by society, kind of a thing. This doesn't make you one of those people, by the way. You just got fucked, and now you're getting paid for getting fucked.
Well, a lot of those people also just like stay in dead end jobs, like McDonald's or whatever, and then complain that they don't get $15 an hour.
Yeah, and it's like, well,
It's like
you
those
don't.
jobs aren't made for you to stay in for your
No,
entire
they're
life.
entry level jobs. They're really for
They're
high
to
school
give you,
kids. and
yeah,
not-
they're to give like
Yeah.
younger people like experience to move on to something else,
Yeah,
or as like you stay there for a couple months to pay for like your schooling, or you know,
right.
yeah.
I mean, I stripped from my schooling, but
Yeah,
then I
not,
started to love
it's
it.
a good idea.
not everyone has the same kind of bod.
So
though.
it's always great to love what you do.
Exactly.
It is, and love who you do.
Yeah.
See, that's
the
the
right
bad.
price,
That's
I'd
the
love
bad
anyone.
part of your job.
Yeah, I have to fall in love.
Yeah, you can't fall in love when you strip.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I feel about it, and I've said it too. I was like, man, this is kind of the best thing that's happened to me because I have been working so many fucking hours.
Yeah, we were like unseasonally busy.
Yeah.
Going because trucks have to move, and
yeah.
yeah, so it's been good for me too.
For us, it's the dead season, and I'm like, I mean, this week I only worked 8 hours of overtime. That's the lowest in like 2 months, I think.
I remember doing like the mail package and stuff like that, and like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is definitely the dead season.
It is, yeah, and it's been extended by about a month and a half. And the funny thing is it's gonna be the busy season again in like another month and a half. So
Right.
it's just gonna stay busy.
Exactly, and that's what our thing is too. Is like the summer is my busy season. Like so, summer and like winter. So extreme heat and extreme cold are like the worst for semi trucks because they break.
Yeah.
But because of how much these trucks are moving to like make sure everyone that was like stockpiling goods it's just been constant.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get the time off that that we wanted. That one like the chill like month and a half where it's like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can sit for a second and breathe. It's just been like bam, 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 and then now it's up.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I've said the same thing, mostly joking, because it's like ruining my life. But
I say that,
making
and
a lot of money.
then I buy like a few video games the other day, and I'm like, but I have the money to do this. So,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna not complain.
yeah, it is nice. All right, let's see what else we have. 2 more. Let's see what this one's all about.
Hey, Nude Clan, this is Tyler, your newest Patreon supporter. I found your podcast by way of the Ultimate and Final Fantasy podcast, so thank you for that. And I have a question for you, a conundrum, if you will. So, if you had to choose between being hunted for sport for 10 days or spending 10 years in solitary confinement, which would you choose and why?
Who am I being hunted by?
Yeah, if it's Jason Bourne, I'll spend the 10 years in solitary confinement.
No, I'd rather have a day and a half of excitement than 10 years of boredom.
I don't know. I have a pretty good imagination.
People break in solitary confinement.
Yeah. I think I would choose the hunted thing, too. Because it's either a chance of losing your life or a definite losing of your mind.
Yeah,
Plus, you could totally kill whoever is hunting
he didn't
you.
say you couldn't fight back.
Right, but if they're hunting for sport, I
They're
don't
probably
know if
pretty
I-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I've
Yeah.
seen these movies, and the person being hunted usually survives.
I've seen Predator.
Why don't we ever see it from the hunter's perspective?
That's a good question.
Did you guys
seen Predator?
Did you guys see? Oh shit! There's that new movie that was that got really fucked over in. It was supposed to come out in September, and it was politicized where they were like, oh, they're all against the Democrats and stuff. It's like the one that they kidnapped the people.
Oh,
for them.
yeah.
If you haven't seen that, sorry, going back to hunting people, you should see it because it's not what you expect.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty fucking funny. I went and saw it, and I was just and I got a fucked up head, so I laugh at gore in movies I shouldn't be laughing at. But the whole time I was just they just made it kind of funny.
Wait, which movie?
I can't remember what it is. It's a Blumhouse thing.
Let me find it.
I heard
have it because I bought a ticket for it, so I have it in my app.
I heard an interview from the guy who directed that on a show, and it sounded pretty cool.
It is. It's pretty good.
And the guy who was interviewing him was like, "It's not the movie you think it is." Like,
well, that's the thing. Let me
it's
see.
Crazy.
I'll find the poster on this too. Let me see. Where's my? He'll ask me to review it on this. Oh, you fucks! They don't have it on here. Oh, The Hunt. It's called The Hunt.
Yeah.
On the poster, it's the disturbance our country needs and stuff like that, or it's let me find. I'm gonna pull up the main one because it talks about how the conservatives hated it so much because they thought it was about them that they just no, they're seriously, and they panned it straight up because they're like, this is disgusting. When it's not what it's about at all, and it's really funny because no one that hated it actually watched it.
Yeah, they just assumed.
Yeah, but so it's original. So it was supposed to come out September 27th, and they pushed it to March 13th. But it's the most talked about movie of the year that no one's actually seen. And so they made the posters, and it's all the reviews where it's not appropriate, designed to stoke division in this country, demented and evil, and stuff like that. And it's dude, it's pretty good. It's funny.
Yeah, they do.
It's not what you expect. It really isn't.
They do a lot of low budget stuff. I think they did the fucking the Purge movies too, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
But if it was those people hunting me, then I would definitely take being hunted.
Yeah, I think I would just take the chance over confinement forever.
Wasn't there an Ernest movie where he was being hunted?
Ernest? I don't know.
No. It was.
I know there's a Jake Gyllenhaal and some other guy. What was it the dude who plays the Green Goblin?
Love, Peace, and Chicken
Willem
Grease.
Dafoe?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe one that I remember because it was I remember seeing a spoof for. Oh, fuck! It was another movie, but it was a pretend trailer. Oh, it was the Jurassic World spoof trailer where it was those two with rifles, and I was like, "Oh my god, this looks awesome!" And then I was like, "Oh, this is a different movie. What a betrayal! How fucking cool would it be to have a Willem Dafoe in Jurassic World?"
Why am I being hunted though? Too? Am I being hunted? Do I have special skills? Do I get John Wick skills? So at the end, there's this huge climax battle.
Maybe.
I need more.
Yeah, we need more info, man. That's really what it is. Yeah, I would definitely choose the Hunt. It's too long.
And if you die, it could be pretty rad. Or you're gonna get shot in the head, and you're not gonna know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's just over, And then we dream of Electric Sheep after that. Do you guys want to do one more, or do you want to call it there?
Yeah, we can do one more.
Yeah, we'll do it.
All right, we have one last
Dude,
question.
Dr. Roxo joined us. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, welcome A4 and welcome Roxo.
A4's not welcome.
Yeah. All right, let's see what this third one is.
You gonna play it?
Maybe not.
The recent.
Hang on. I don't know why it started midway.
The Reese's Pieces.
And when you minimize it.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Fuck, dude. Why is Skype so shitty? All right.
Hey guys, this is Larry, and I'm wondering what your thoughts are on the recent attacks on various city buildings, private businesses going on in America right now. I know that here where I live, we're not going crazy, but of course, we're a different country and all. But what do you guys make of all this? I mean, is this going to be widespread? It seems like it's spreading, as far as I can tell. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think the rioting helps the situation? Do you think it makes it worse? Let me know. Thanks, guys, and look forward to your answer.
All right. I think the time that it would take to answer that question is more than we have. So
maybe we should say that one for next week, because I mentioned earlier that I do think we were going to get questions about this next week.
Yeah.
And I think we should save it because I imagine there's going to be more questions during this week about this, because this week is when everything got widespread more. And I guess they started protesting in the UK today too.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. They broke quarantine there in Trafalgar Square. So I mean, I would
for what,
guess,
the same thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's solidarity thing is what it is. It's like
a different fucking country.
Yeah. Well, Japan's. Did you see Japan was doing it too? But they're just because their police. It's with this one. Their police killed I don't remember what country it was from, but they killed a man too. That wasn't
Japanese.
Same kind of situation.
So what? 4 people are rioting. Japan is almost entirely Japanese.
The whole country's the whole country's saying it's not right. It's the same thing that's going on.
Jesus.
So, so maybe we should kind of save this to me if you
we'll save it.
Listen to it, but we should do this
what
one next
Craig
week.
said, there's not enough time to get into it.
Yeah.
Sorry, but we will answer your question.
Yeah.
Next week.
I think that's a good call, because I expected to get.
This is going to be
long.
This one's going to be long.
Yeah. Surprised we only got one, but
I think there's going to be more. I think this weekend was the crux of it all happening, and I think just throughout the week we're going to get the more questions.
Yeah, even here in Salt Lake City, it's broken out. And I was like, what the fuck?
And I think we're going to get a lot more because the president. I was just looking at Twitter. He declared Antifa a terrorist organization.
Oh, that's good. That's
so I think we're going to get a lot more.
It's about goddamn time. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that next time. 385-204-3921. That is where you can send us your questions, and maybe we'll answer them. Maybe we'll answer them next time. It all depends. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for Nude Clan After Dark, and we'll talk to you again very, 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 very soon.
Give up on yourselves and give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer.
You dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that.
I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you.